But here's the thing. Where was I going with this?
I never know.
Oh God. I mean, there's so much because I keep looking at the screen. Okay, calm. Now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sitting with Superheroes. My name is Mattman, Sir Capes-a-Lot of the Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture Dream Team of Lake Norman. We're just north of Charlotte, and the Dream Team kicks butt. And we're also hosted by Fam.News, furniture, appliance, mattresses. Fam.News has got some amazing people, great resources, and I definitely recommend checking them out. Today, I am joined here with Zach T. Moore.
Hello, hello.
I don't think people realize we're in the same freaking room.
Yeah. I am not in an undisclosed location.
Okay, so, right? I am definitely not going to do editing tricks. I'm not wasting any time doing
Hold on,
that.
let me get my towel.
Yeah, hey.
Make sure we have the same. What is this? Oh, Bells.
Yeah. Don't ask why that's in the mat.
Sponsored by Bells.
No.
Sponsored by beer.
I don't think so, but I got it at a thing one time.
Is that golf towel? You a golfer?
I think I got it at a Dreams for All gala event. I had done a silent auction on some stuff that was in the package, and
what?
I don't want to throw it out. And occasionally because if you see behind me, I do have some bourbon back there, so
yeah.
Sometimes I need to You
didn't want to throw that.
Well, I just need you need the towel, because in case you make a mess.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So speaking of I brought up golf. What's like the most intense thing you've done sports wise in the mat suit? Or how many sports have you done in the mat suit? You've done tennis in the mat suit?
No.
Have you done? I know you've ran in it.
Yes. So I've done the 5Ks. I did a boot camp 5K once.
Is that where you have to like go up and down obstacles and stuff?
Yeah, that was, and I wore the promotional, I call it the promo armor suit, which is like the original ones. They were like really crappy kind of stuff. They don't have the emblem on it at all because it's just gonna get wrecked.
Because there's like mud and stuff in those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's this guy Joe. It was a veteran boot camp thing, or it's like they were doing some recruitment. They had some new recruits there, people that they were trying to attract. This is like 2019, pre-COVID, I think. And dude, so there was actually people there from the Army, and they were kicking butt. But Joe, what is your last name? Joe Collins. It was Joe Collins. And so he did his 5K, and you got to do like 20 burpees. You got to do, it was more than 20, but you got to do a ton of burpees. You got to do a ton of push-ups and sit-ups and all these calisthenics, and then run. And it was a 5K run, but you stopped at all the stations to do the stuff.
Yeah.
And so he was done, and there was other people doing it, and he had like a pack on, and the dude was a machine. So I just remember seeing him lap me again.
Oh, he went for it again.
He lapped me again. But he was doing it because there were people that were doing it that were actually in the service that were struggling a little bit, because they're just young cadets, and he's just like, I'm not quitting.
Yeah.
So that was Joe Collins. You're the real superhero.
Joe Collins.
I don't know if he likes me talking about him.
Stop by Sweet Dreams.
But he's a superhero.
I have a gift for you. Do you have that mat suit still?
Oh yeah. No, we got like 6 of those.
Do you have them on display places?
No.
You don't have how Iron Man and he had all his different marks, Mark 1, Mark 2.
I don't know what I need to do. Any of the old suits are really dirty.
Yeah.
Because I typically wear them hard.
Yeah, but
so they
dirty gross, not dirty accomplishment dirty.
No, they're accomplishment dirty.
Oh, okay.
Weathered armor maybe.
Yeah.
You
put some shadow boxes up around the store, put them in there.
A shadow box might be the way to do it. I don't know how to.
That's what it's called, right?
Shadow box. I don't know. I've never thought about that before. Well, I have thought about it. You got to make showroom space. We also have to sell furniture, and mat suits are not beautiful displays. So
I'm not trying to put beautiful things in your store, okay? I already pitched you a bed of nails.
Okay.
I pitched you some dirty mat suits.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just saying, give the people what they want.
I do have the Lake Norman mat suit out there. on display that sometimes my staff members are like, seriously, dude? That's why I know that they don't want the shadow boxes and mat suits all over the place. But that's where it's
like when
in the office and I gotta like measure capes and stuff.
Yeah, it's like when you ask a famous kid about or like a famous person's kid about like, oh, what's it like being, Tom Hanks's kid, and they're just like, I don't know, he's just dad. Like, God, yeah. I hate him. Right? Yeah, I'm a teenager and Tom Hanks sucks.
Yeah. Does he have to like bring all of the drama from Hollywood?
So like people here are like not. They're like, the mat suit, man. This guy with his mat suit.
No. They definitely understand.
Sure.
But then sometimes
But if you were like, I want to do a mat suit wall, they'd be like,
yeah. At that point in time, they're like, hard no.
Cringe. Yeah. They're like cringing.
Yeah. Like no.
Yeah.
All right. So you traverse the internet. You're looking for things that.
That's all I do these days.
Yeah. So you have found things out there that you want to bring to my attention.
No one else has found.
The unfindable. Well, it's on Reddit, so I don't think a lot of folks know how to use Reddit. It took me like 5 years to figure it out.
You have to use Google to use Reddit because their search function on Reddit is terrible.
That's, and I think when you go there and you see like here's all these posts and you don't understand. Yeah. But if you find one topic that you look at the subreddit for, that's kind of the introduction you get. But we're pretty late stage users of that platform anyways. So what did you find from Reddit today?
So speaking of sports,
sports.
We're gonna talk sleep and working out.
Which
I know are two things that are near and dear to you.
Dude, I hate working out.
Oh, I hate it too.
Working out sucks.
It sucks so hard. I did a 20-minute hit workout thing with Mandy yesterday. I thought I was going to die. I mean, I feel good when I'm done.
Yeah.
But like no amount of any like sense of accomplishment can get me to work out.
Yeah.
Like I just work out because I feel like if I don't, I'm a loser.
Well,
that's the only thing that gets me to work out.
It's not the loser, but like, I mean, when you turn 30, when you turn 40, when you turn 50 and 60 and 70 and 80, every decade your body's going through changes. And if you aren't doing things like being active, if you don't use it, you lose it. And
is that true?
Oh yeah.
If with you your don't muscles, use it, you lose it.
I don't have the Reddit post, but there was one that I saw where they took like a 30 or 25 or 27-year-old runner, and it showed their leg, and it was basically a thick wad of muscle and a little layer of skin and fat around the muscle, and then it showed 60-year-olds. One guy was sedentary and didn't do anything at all and didn't run at all. And basically he had a tiny bit of muscle around his bone, and then it was mostly just tissue. And then they showed a 60-year-old who was an active runner, but not hardcore active runner. It just said moderately active runner. And he had his leg looked exactly the same. So when you turn 50 to 60.
Same as what? Which
as
one?
The 27.
Oh, okay.
So if at some point in time, if you get injured or something happened that you lose a lot of muscle mass and you don't ever gain it back, or you don't have good habits aging, when you get into 60, 70, and 80, it could be pretty tough to get around. Mm-hmm. And I have no intention of slowing down ever. So that's why I exercise.
You don't have a hover around on reserve?
I am not assuming that technology is going to get so good that I can like plug into something that I literally like drive around and it's like.
Hey man,
I want my own 2 legs.
Those hover around commercials. That guy goes to the Grand Canyon. Wilford Brimley's out there. He's living with diabetes.
I
Anyways.
yes, I wear the mat suit. Yes, I talk a lot about nutrition and exercise.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy eating healthier now because I can.
You're on that Mediterranean diet.
And I also enjoy the minimal workouts that I do because I get a good night's sleep. If I am exhausted, I ain't doing it.
Right.
Like, I do not choose to work out. So with that in mind,
yes,
tell me what you got.
Okay. So this person, it's an interesting question. I've never thought of this before, but this person asks, what's more valuable, 6 hours of sleep and plus a 1 hour workout, or 8 hours of sleep? And they explain that in order for me to get 5 to 6 workouts in a week like I like, I would have to cut my sleep short 2 hours, 2 to 3 days a week, so I could go before work. Would it be more valuable to get extra sleep those days instead of the extra work? So what I'm assuming here, this person says...
Sorry.
This person says... What I'm assuming that they're talking about here is they want to do 5 to 6 workouts a week, right?
Yeah.
They're doing probably 2 on the weekends. So then they're trying to fit in 2 to 3 more during the week. And then that's when they're saying, like, when I go on my work days, I'll sleep less and I'll work out in the morning. That's what he's asking. Dude. Or should he just get 8 hours of sleep and forego those extra workouts?
Who is this guy? Oh, I love working out so much. I literally want to do this like hours a day, every day.
Their name is Korexican, so I can only imagine their
subreddit fitness.
Yes.
So these are people that really do enjoy fitness, like I enjoy.
These are people who have like at least joined a fitness message board, so they've at least thought about being fit.
Yeah. Okay. So, before I give my answer, let's do what everybody loves doing, and we're going straight to the comments section.
Yeah.
Because
let's see what
we're just going to clarify.
The MDs on the internet.
Which is better, more working out and a tiny bit less sleep, or less working out and normal sleep?
Yeah, 8 hours.
So, all right. So what do we got here? Here's depends on your workout. A couple times when I've been in the situation, I did a 4-day week program, just spent more time in the gym on the days I did go. So hey, just spend more time in the gym if you can, but that guy does not sacrifice his sleep.
Yeah.
The amount of sleep humans need the amount of sleep humans need is highly debated. Some scientists swear by 8 and others say 6 is better. I think more than anything depends on your lifestyle and quality of your sleep. And I find I feel better with 6 hours of sleep with a late work schedule. So, and I sleep much more quickly having to wind down after a long day. So it really depends on how you feel. If you're sleeping for 6 and feel energized throughout your day, you'll be fine. I'm going to punch that guy.
Falcon punch.
Sleep deprivation can happen with literally just an hour of sleep lost per night over a period of time.
Right.
You might not realize that you're depriving yourself of
your tired tank.
Your tired tank. Oh, I like that. That's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I stole that.
So you be a tired tank. Oh, it's borrowed. It's borrowed. We'll give it back. Okay, so but 6 hours. Like who's saying 6 hours is good is what I want to know. Like, okay, Matthew Walker, this dude right here.
Yeah.
Literally.
Your buddy.
He is my hero. This is the true superhero because as recent as 2001.
Someday we'll get him on this show.
In 2001, the first Xbox came out.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he was like, hey, why do we sleep? Where does science say the reason why we need to sleep? Science has no answer for it. So then he starts looking. And from everything he's found, all of the data suggests that 7.5 to 8 hours is the minimum that you would need of sleep opportunity on a night because you're not going to get all that. And the closer you get to 7.5 to 8 hours, the more exceptional your body has to do things. Less than 1% of people can actually survive on 6 hours of sleep or less genetically. Just 1% of people. And there was a doctor way back in the day that he talks about in this book that was setting stuff up as far as like how we train new doctors and new nurses. And that dude pretended like he wasn't sleeping, but he was addicted to cocaine. So like he literally just didn't sleep for a long time and had to go to rehab. And so then hilarious. So you just can't escape the
cocaine
7.5 to 8 hours.
Addiction is so hilarious right now.
Well, I mean, it's hilarious because that back in that day, being abusing that substance was a lot different because nobody even knew what it was. It was totally different. And the guy was a doctor, so who's going to say?
Oh, you're talking like early 1900s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Long time ago.
Gotcha.
All right, so I digress. That's a huge digression. So let's keep diving in.
You always do.
The friendships you make along the way. What the hell does that mean?
I don't even know.
What comment you got?
This person says, you'll be stronger if you work out, but probably feel better with more sleep. I'd look literally anywhere else to cut time before sacrificing sleep. Do you work 14 hours a day or something? And then the person says 8 hours a day, which I assume that means work, plus comedian at night plus girlfriend. So that's where they're saying like they're spending their time. They're working 8 hours a day. They have a comedy career they're trying to get off the ground, and then they're spending time with their girlfriend. So, because this person was saying like there's got to be somewhere where you can cut, just not from your sleep.
Yeah. Well,
bring your girlfriend with you to the gym,
I guess. Here's one from Flexmaster, who has a triathlon tag. If you enjoy it and wanted to keep your routine consistent, I would meet somewhere in the middle. Allow yourself 2 to 3 rest days. Work out harder the other days.
Say that back again. So what is he saying?
He says rest 2 or 3 days, but on your non-rest days, you work out harder.
Go bigger.
So that might be it. This guy is trying to what is it? When you're working out, you want to grow muscle, you want to get the gains, but if you don't have good habits, perhaps you just feel like you got to push it harder than you really do. Mm-hmm. So that's why this guy's trying to schedule 6 freaking days of working out, because he doesn't want to wait.
That seems like a lot.
He doesn't want to wait 4 to 6 months for results. He wants to get the results in 2.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or maybe like this guy's saying he's not going hard enough.
Well, okay, so this is where I interject with the science, with why we sleep. Like, this is why it's super important. I'm going to keep holding this book up. I've got other books too, man.
I don't believe it.
I do. Like,
you've read one book in your life, and it was that book.
No. Sleep Smarter, and also Eat Smarter, and also Atomic Habits, and then Why We Sleep. Those are the four.
All by Matthew Walker?
No, Matthew Walker is just the leading source of guys studying stuff, and then pulling together a lot of other sources of things. He networks with a lot of people who do other experiments as well. Sean Stevenson is Sleep and Eat Smarter, and then James Clear is Atomic Habits. But when you read about sleep, you can get the science of sleep, but then Sean Stevenson will give you science and habits, things that he gives you, like the alchemical way your body reacts to this stuff, and then Atomic Habits gives you the tool to actually practice it and not hate yourself. Because if it's boring to eat healthy, you're not going to eat healthy. But if you eat healthy because it helps define who you are, you say I'm a healthy eater, and so you start eating healthy, you'll enjoy it, and it's not so much work, it's not so much effort. But here's the thing. Where was I going with this?
I never know.
Oh God, I mean, there's so much, because I keep looking at the screen. Okay, calm. Now, I know where I'm going with this.
Psycho.
So this guy needs a game plan for his awake time.
Always.
But he needs to first plan out his sleep and then plan out his awake.
And maybe give up on his comedy career.
No. In fact, I would...
Because this post is not funny.
No. So the comedy career guy, the original poster?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was saying.
The original poster wants to work out 6 days a week, then do his comedy career and have a girlfriend at the same time?
And work 8 hours a day. So that's why he was saying that, because he was saying, so he works 8 hours a day, he has a girlfriend, and he's a comedian at night.
Tango eso. That's Spanish for I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does need to sleep. This is okay.
Yeah. And then he also wants to work out all the time. He's got a jam-packed day.
No, that's not even close. In fact,
that's jam-packed for me.
He's obviously exhausted, because his level of potential of what else he can fit in there is limitless in my book.
Bradley Cooper on watch.
So the comedy career, like how are you writing jokes? What do you got to do to write jokes? You got to be creative.
Sure.
So what do you got to do to be to have good fitness? You got to be well rested, and then the work in between, man. The girlfriend, you can fit all that in, but you have to fight from a foundation of sleep. So let's just say he feels the need to go into the gym more often because he wants gains. Just like the guy's comment that I said, if you sleep better, sleep has a direct effect on how hard you can push in your workout. If you do not sleep good, according to the studies that these guys do, if you do not get a good night's sleep, you cannot push your energy levels as high as they can go. However, when you work out, you don't sleep good that night. When you work out, you actually sleep good over time. So out of his awake time, let's just say this guy is going to plan for 7.5 hours of sleep, which is 52.5 hours of sleep a week. That is then 112.5 hours of awake time a week. I think it's 112. We're just going to go 52.
I'm trusting you to do this math.
So, but for the 52 hours of sleep a week that this guy is planning for, that has a direct, every night he sleeps good has a direct result on how hard he pushes in the gym. And just going to the gym 3 times a week, 3 30-minute supersets can improve the quality of your sleep for the next week by up to 30%. So every week, if you spend an hour and a half doing supersets on three 30-minute session of supersets, your entire sleep that week is improved by up to 30%, which is nuts. That's the smallest investment of his time. So he's going crazy.
Well, and he's trying to go more than 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's wasting time. Like, to me, that's wasting time, because really, if he could take the time out of the gym, focus on getting the 9 hours, getting extra sleep cycles in, and then when he goes to the gym, just absolutely bust it out, hitting a new power level and get gains and feel great and sleep great. What now he can spend even more times writing jokes. And on top of that, when I say the creativity part, our REM sleep is what makes us as humans unique, our dreams. And while you're sleeping and you're getting the REM sleep, which happens, a majority of REM sleep happens at the last portion of a night's rest. So if you're adding on to how much REM sleep you can get, you're adding on how much creativity you can have. Because your brain is literally like taking associations from this experience with this experience and wrapping them together we don't know why or how. But if we could figure that out, then man, like the creativity that one person can have would be limitless. So he'd be knocking 2 birds with 1 stone and free up time on his other days to do something else, to focus on what he's going to do to impress his girlfriend,
to write better jokes.
Oh God, yeah, like 100%.
You think this is how Carrot Top got ripped? You've seen Carrot Top, right? That guy is ripped.
Yeah, I don't know if he did it by sleep or not.
Steroids. I bet he did steroids.
Well, I wouldn't say that someone,
because he wasn't working on his comedy. He's not funny.
To me, someone doing steroids is the same as someone who just sucks down melatonin without a prescription from a doctor. Yeah. They're both hormones. But why do you just, here, let me, like, if you're going to judge someone for taking steroids because they want to see results, and someone or you yourself take melatonin to see results.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
why is melatonin legal and steroids isn't? That's what I want to know.
It's only in the U.S.
Let me get the roids, bro.
It's only in the U.S. Everywhere else in the world, like, you can't buy melatonin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's prescription based everywhere else. It's a freaking hormone, dude. Here, it's unregulated, and it's between 40% less of a dose.
But maybe it's because it really doesn't work.
It's,
but that's why it's
not for this. People want to fall asleep.
Yeah,
it doesn't do that.
Yeah,
it sends signals that you're supposed to wind down. So it helps your circadian rhythm swing. So like if you were to go,
so if I took it before getting on a flight, would it help me?
Like, let's just say you're going back in time a few hours and it's super bright out and you want to get drowsy.
I'm going back in time.
Or I guess forward in time. If you're going to a different...
I get in a DeLorean with my melatonin.
A time zone. If you're changing time zones,
I get what you're saying.
So everything's out of whack and you need to get to bed.
Yeah.
So, like it's only... If you're going forward in time and in a time zone and you need to reset your circadian rhythm, melatonin helps that.
Okay.
So melatonin helps the downswing of your consciousness so that you can lay down and probably fall asleep. But the act of actually falling asleep is not regulated by melatonin at all.
To something totally different. Yeah, you mentioned it.
It's the other hormone, which I think, God, I'm going to have to look at it. Because it's like, it starts with like a Z or it's like a Zendaya. It's got a weird name.
Zendaya.
But then that's where the sleep pressure builds up. And that's what actually forces you to fall asleep. because melatonin in your circadian rhythm don't actually do anything with sleep related. You can force yourself to stay awake through your circadian rhythm, so then it has no effect. And when your circadian rhythm sleep mode becomes back to awake mode, now you got your second wind. But eventually that hormone, the other hormone that's building up in your brain, that's what actually knocks you out. And there's a reason why that hormone is not, like, no one knows what that is. Probably for a really good reason. Maybe I shouldn't say what it is then.
Well, you said no one knows what it is?
The public. Like, people are like, I'll take melatonin because this helps me sleep. But it's
a trade secret. Only those who own mattress stores know.
No, only those who
Doctors hate this one secret of sleep. Doctors hate him, Matthew Walker.
Dude, you know what would happen if that would be the fad? Because the other thing is, like, if you take sleep drugs, they don't give you natural sleep. Your brain waves don't do the same thing, and you're 4 times more likely.
You're like comaed out almost.
Yeah, and you're 4 times more likely to die if you're taking sleep medication.
Sure.
Because you just fall asleep while you're driving or something.
Well, that's like
micro sleeps.
You always see that with like celebrities and stuff that die. It's like when they do those autopsies, they always have a ton of stuff in them. Like one of them's always like some sleeping aid.
So okay, I'm gonna.
Anyways,
a couple more here.
Yeah,
this is On My Way 113. On My Way. He spells way WHEY, like whey protein.
This is a fitness. Yeah, these
funny.
guys are on it.
Thanks for that pun, dude.
He's funnier than the.
This
comedian.
is my own personal superhero. He says, personally, I feel much better and notice better growth when my sleep is on point as opposed to longer time in the gym.
Yeah.
That guy figured it out.
Yeah.
He only had 3 upvotes, but no attention at all. So that was just breezed right by the community on this thread. It's really sad.
You gotta give your body time to heal.
Rest time is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when your body builds the muscle.
Correct.
I would assume.
While you sleep.
And everything else, yeah.
HGH hormone is released while you sleep. That's what keeps us young and grows your body.
Yeah.
So if you're sacrificing sleep, depending on if it's like a later start or an earlier wake-up time, you could be truncating some of your HGH from being released, or at least maximum amount. Because if I was going to the gym, like, so right now, my routine is based off of maximizing the HGH. So I want to sleep the best quality I can. I eat so I can make the most amount of hormone that my body can, and then I work out a little bit, and then I'm hoping for big gains. But then
you're not doing HGH like Barry Bonds did.
No.
Oh.
I'm all natural.
Yeah.
Like, quite literally. With a little bit of caffeine.
No asterisks next to your name.
Yeah. So just in short, I'll cut us off here on this one. But I'll tell you what, the idea would be I would bet that guy. I would literally bet you, money, like actual real money, like $100, $200, that if you worked out less but slept more, that you could work out harder and get better results. But the more sleep that you get actually makes more of the rest of your life also bigger.
Yeah.
Better.
Right.
And that's the goal. Like, you're not just working out. Now you're a superhero in the gym and on the comedic stage.
It's like he's sacrificing 2 hours, but
time.
Right. But it's just like
precious wait time.
You're better off taking like 2 hours a week of workout time is not as important as 2 hours a week of like sleep time.
Correct.
Is what you're saying.
100%.
Yeah.
Like 1,000,000%. And I've got the science to back that up.
Right.
Like,
but people, I think, would say that an hour is an hour, right?
Yeah. That's what the sleeping bandit, my arch nemesis, is hoping that you believe.
Yeah, that's the fake news he's putting out there.
Correct. Because
coming for you, bandit.
Oh, we're coming for you. So, all right, tell you what, that's all we got for today. We really appreciate you sticking around. And, man, I get so fired up with this misinformation out there. So, or just, that's a normal guy
Sleep
doing
Bandit's
the thing.
wife.
Yeah.
Is that his wife?
Misinformation?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not, this guy isn't misinforming. It's some of the commenters that are. But that's a guy on the struggle.
He's just asking a question.
That's a guy on a struggle bus. And I'm really I'm going to go to bed tonight hoping that he figured it out. So, well, hey, thanks for joining us on Sitting with Superheroes. My name's Mattman. This is Zach T. Moore. And you can check us out on fam.news, or you can see all of the Mattman universe at thesleepsuperhero.com. That's thesleepsuperhero.com. And until next time, get to bed.
Night, night.